So I feel really grateful for, specifically as an example, all the research you did for this book, just illuminating the history. Each time with each book, I learn more about our history and connecting more dots and it becoming more and more clear. This is why we're here. Of course, we're here where we are now. That makes perfect sense. I don't have to like it. It's, they're deeply concerning and
Yeah, and it's
heartrending, but it's like, oh, of course, this is where we are.
right. And it's also scary. That's right. But it's like what I had not. It's one thing to read about a period in history, etc. And even in my own lifetime, I remember thinking, what a crazy time period it was during the Japanese American internment. What must that have been like? The government's going around rounding people up. What a crazy time period. I can't even imagine. And then actually it was after the first Gulf War. And I remember when the corner store covered up the name of the store because they didn't want to be attacked or targeted. And so that was like, oh, I could kind of see this happening here. But the two things about this moment are we're actually and actively have government agents grabbing which is the whole other thing you never would have imagined. Uniformed masked people grabbing people off of the streets, which something you never thought would have been possible. I never thought would have been possible. But everything also was so normal. And so it's this dissonance, but then it's also making me realize that is what it must have been like back in those times periods and what it must have been like. You have this duality, this normal functioning. Yeah. Hitler hosted the Olympics.
Wow.
The whole world came to, and he's presiding and this and that. And then meanwhile, all this other stuff is going on we don't even know anything about. So I've been trying to wrap my mind around that because it's also trying to see that these other periods aren't so different. And so, yes, the people have had to continue along, et cetera, but it's also just it's just much more immediate and intangible. Maybe that's the right way to put it. Than I think I looked at it conceptually before.
Yeah, I will say that the normalizing is a thing I wrestle with because I wanted to say that one of the things, I have a wonderful life coach. Her name is Lorraine Van Tool. I've learned a lot from her. And one of the takeaways during this time is to lean into self-care, lean into understanding that if I just spin out, that's not helping anyone, and just my own well-being is important. Right. So this concept of also, I'm going to misquote their name, but Mac, what's Mac's full name? Malachi?
Oh, and now you're making me, but over in Oakland, yeah, you're talking about.
Amazing activist, and just this mantra of that I've learned from them around joy is resistance. I mean, this is also a lot of people in the movement now are also reminding each other that to experience joy in life is a form of resistance. And so I'm more just trying to remind myself that it's okay, giving myself permission that in order for me to do the work that we do or to raise my daughter in a hopeful way, I have to also give myself a lot of permission and make sure that I'm experiencing a lot of joy.